Hi, my name is Matt Burr and I'm a student physiotherapist at the University of Worcester. They offer a BSc course, so this is Bachelor of Science for Physiotherapy course. It's a 3-year course and it's comprised of multiple different modules such as anatomy and physiology, musculoskeletal, neuro and cardiorespiratory modules. We also delve into lots of depth in year 3 to do with patients with complex needs. So looking at some of the more complex conditions and how we as physiotherapists can help with that and how we treat them. So I am only a 2nd year, so I'm looking forward to doing that next year. But I've currently completed my cardiorespiratory module. I am in the process of completing my musculoskeletal and neurology module. I have my practical assessments for those in May. The University of Worcester, we do placements. So these are a certain period of time you go to a place, be it a hospital, a football club, maybe care homes, nursing homes, or community physiotherapy teams. And we spend a certain amount of time there learning whilst also treating and training to be an actual physiotherapist. So I have had experience in football clubs, I've been in inpatient hospital settings, I've also been in care homes now. I still have 2 placements left, so our placements, we have 5 placements overall. We have to meet 1,000 hours over the course of our physiotherapy 3-year course. And we have to meet certain learning outcomes in order to pass those placements. The University of Worcester, I think they do it differently to most unis. That's what I've managed to sort of compile over the placements. We do part-time placements up until year 3, where we do a full-time placement. Basically, this allows us to learn on placement whilst also learning in uni, the practical, theoretical stuff. So that has its drawbacks and its positives, but due to COVID, we had a full-time placement early on. So 2nd year, my first placement in 2nd year ended up being a full-time placement because we didn't want to increase the amount of contact between people. So we had a full-time placement, but we're now back to part-time placements, which is nice. So I hope what I've shared with you today has made you consider anything worthwhile. I think the physiotherapy degree is a brilliant course. I think lots of people will love it. Anyone who loves human anatomy, anyone is interested in trying to find out what injury people have got or trying to find out what the problem is for some people, I think it's a really good course and I think you should consider it. So far at the University of Worcester, I've really enjoyed my time in the physiotherapy degree. This has been, it's been the most interesting course I've done. I love learning about human anatomy, I love learning about sports injuries, and through my placements I've actually learned that I might not want to go into the sports physiotherapy sort of sector, which has really, fascinated me, the fact that I actually went in thinking maybe I'd like to do, football physio or something like that, typical of a boy going into physiotherapy. But I found that actually being in hospitals has been much more my speed, much more interesting, and I've just found it overall more enjoyable. I think that a lot of people are shocked when they come into physiotherapy when they find out it's not all just what's wrong with my tendon, things like that. And that has really changed my outlook towards physiotherapy as a profession in the healthcare sector, and I think because of that, my aspirations and my goals have really changed. I think my goal now is to secure a band 5 rotational physiotherapy job in the healthcare sector, and it's to find out where I'd like to specialise. that, whether that be MSK, whether that be cardiorespiratory, whether that be neuro. It's really, I think it's a big ask for people to go into university and then to know where in physiotherapy they're going to end up. I think most people should go in thinking that they're there to learn, they're there to find out what they like. I personally have loved my cardiorespiratory. That might be where I end up specialising. I could equally still stay on the path of musculoskeletal, but I might just not do it in the sports sector. I could do it in private. I could also do it in MSK outpatients in hospitals. But I think personally my goals have really changed, and I think people need to think about that a little bit more. They need to go into university or go into a job with a more open mind rather than this is what I want to get out of it. And that would be my advice to anyone who's thinking of starting up the physio. I hope what I've shared with you today has made you consider anything worthwhile. I think the physiotherapy degree is a brilliant course. I think lots of people will love it. Anyone who loves human anatomy, anyone who's interested in trying to find out what injury people have got or trying to find out what the problem is for some people, I think it's a really good course, and I think you should consider it. Thanks.